broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how shawty use up. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried I'm straight. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get on out my problems, let me When I've been magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Hands up! Leave! Mike 50. Move!
Play action now. Dalton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
18. Hey, watch the slip. Easy. Shit. 61. Matchbox white.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go. Check three. Hey, 88. 56, the mark, boy, 56.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
The Ravens take over. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last. If the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Here's Dalton. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Bravo.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
18. Check 55 to Mike. Watch the curve. Hey, check 26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long distance...
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
Switch. You draw perfect.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Guys up, lady. 3 butt. Guys up.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Dalton's pass intended for Le'Veon Bell. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and long.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. These two teams all tied after one.
Check 15. Check. 368.
Play action here with Dalton. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers got his target, Pierre Garçon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
No. 319. That's 26. Pilot, 64. Weak.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
319. Big stop, big stop.
Back to the running game. It's Ingram. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, a run from White. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Hands up, lady! Yes, Mike. I got it! Tight right!
Here's Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And an alley to run. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Now a first down carry by Bell. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Regular. Over here.
On second down now, it's Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On first down, Bell. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season, and the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and the lead is now 14-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Here we go.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers again now. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Dalton. And going deep for Hill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ingram again, a first down carry. And some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So, boy, that's already the 3rd they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
It's a game of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ingram again. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
318. Sure, 55 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Rodgers now on first down. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Arizona.
Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 14-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Get 300. Get 300. Protein spill. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Cordero Patterson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know what they have. They discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Watch the Central West. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Dalton off play action. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Haywood.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Rodgers. He's got it to Ingram, complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Let's go!
We've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Rodgers now on first down. And Olsen over the middle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First down, Cardinals.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On play action, it's Rodgers. And caught left side, Olsen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Rodgers going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Cordero Patterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Recon, 152 fighter. Check.
They're going to keep it on the ground, and he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. So Dalton now. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
X3, 218, chop. Check 26.
On 1st down, Ingram. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, 88. 80 weapons.
They'll run on first down. It's White. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. But the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers steps away to his left, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught. This is White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exit.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
58, Mike.
Big spot. Andy Dalton gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. All right, here's Dalton. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here you go, can. Right over there. Yeah. Move. Watch the curl.
Dalton wants to throw. And this one incomplete.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And he's got this down to the 35. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a two-point conversion now will send us to overtime. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early. Great. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. A harsh way to lose this one. The comeback bid there at the very end, falling just a little bit short. Probably had the play they wanted dialed up, but couldn't convert.
And that's always where it's difficult because they had no choice here. It wasn't a decision to kick it and go to overtime or anything like that. No, they had to go for 2 to try and tie it up and get to overtime. They had their play dialed up, didn't get it done, and that's really tough because in today's NFL, you have a bigger list of two-point conversion type plays, and you actually work on it during the week in practice. As you noted, they just didn't convert there.
So for Arizona, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs.